From blazing oil rigs to burning cargo ships, these boats don't just fight flames, they dominate them. Engineered for chaos, armed with water canyons and cutting-edge tech, they charge headfirst into maritime infernos. Join us as we reveal the 10 most powerful marine firefighting boats in the world. 10. Lake Assault Fireboats, USA. They look simple, but beneath that rugged exterior lies the secret weapon of small-town fire departments across America. And when disaster strikes, these boats often show up before the Coast Guard even gets the call. Lake Assault fireboats aren't mass-produced war machines. They're handcrafted, customized for the exact needs of each community they serve. Whether it's patrolling lakes in Minnesota or responding to hurricane floods in Texas, these boats come packed with hydraulic bow doors, foam systems, and rapid rescue gear. One model can be seen gliding across Lake Erie with 3,000 gallons per minute of raw pumping force, while another carries divers into submerged highways during post-flood rescues. They're like floating toolboxes, with every drawer designed by the department that uses them. During Hurricane Harvey, a lake assault boat ferried over 50 stranded people, including a pregnant woman in labor, across flooded Houston streets. And in Wisconsin, one saved an entire marina after a late-night fire threatened dozens of docked boats. Here's the catch. Most people have never even heard of them. Some models are equipped with sonar and side-scan imaging, allowing crews to locate submerged vehicles and victims with precision, turning firefighting boats into underwater detectives. 9. Beluga 18, Solis Marine. It's sleek, agile, and built like a military craft, but it's not for war. This ship's true enemy? Time and fire. The Beluga 18 was designed by Solis Marine as a multi-mission rescue and firefighting boat, especially for operations in coastal or shallow waters, where traditional vessels can't reach. It may not boast headline-making pump stats, but it carries something far more important: versatility. With a fully equipped medical bay, a rescue deck for stretcher access, and a foam-drenching canyon mounted at the bow, this boat can handle an engine room explosion, a chemical fire, and a mass evacuation, all in one deployment. In 2021, a fire broke out on a fishing port in the Middle East. With roads blocked and port access cut, the Beluga 18 was called in. It glided through the shallow marina, doused the flames, and evacuated 17 crew members in less than 30 minutes, before land units even arrived. The ship's frame is reinforced with aluminum alloy, giving it both strength and flexibility even in storm-churned waters. Beluga 18's design includes thermal cameras for heat-mapping fires, giving crews night vision during low-visibility missions and spotting dangerous hot zones before they spread. 8. Firefighter 2, New York City, USA. This vessel doesn't just protect New York, it carries the weight of a legacy. And when the city's burning, Firefighter 2 becomes the beating heart of the harbor. Commissioned as the modern successor to the legendary Firefighter, this vessel pumps up to 50,000 gallons per minute, ranking it among the most powerful fireboats in the world. But this is more than a machine, it's a monument. A floating tribute to the 343 FDNY firefighters lost on September 11, 2001, a day that forever changed how New York handles disaster. Equipped with foam tanks, infrared heat detection, decontamination showers, and a hardened bridge, Firefighter 2 is built to withstand chaos. It's designed to tackle chemical spills, oil terminal explosions, or full-scale infrastructure collapse. And when Hurricane Sandy left parts of the city underwater and fire hydrants useless, this boat kept pumping, supplying water to land crews long after the power failed. People often see a striking red hole cruising down the East River, but they don't realize it's part war machine, part memorial. In one waterfront drill, Firefighter 2 launched a water jet that struck the 15th floor of a high-rise over 300 feet away, with pinpoint precision. 7. Red Dolphin, Singapore. It looks elegant from a distance, but get closer and you'll see the tech of a naval lab inside a firefighting vessel. The Red Dolphin is a futuristic force with a dangerous mission profile. Operating out of Singapore's high-traffic port zone, this boat handles scenarios most vessels avoid: chemical blazes, hazardous cargo explosions, and oil tanker infernos. It pumps around 23,300 gallons per minute. But what really sets it apart is its CBR protection system, shielding the crew from chemical, biological, and radiological threats while staying fully operational. The Red Dolphin doesn't just put out flames, it also performs triage. Its onboard medical bay can stabilize burn victims before evacuation, while drone surveillance gives real-time fire mapping from above. In one drill, it executed a double rescue from a flaming LNG carrier in under 7 minutes. No other civilian firefighting vessel in Southeast Asia even comes close to that speed. The Red Dolphin is so maneuverable it can perform a 180-degree pivot in a space smaller than a basketball court, while firing all cannons. 6. Red Manta, Singapore. You won't believe this boat's hidden feature until you see it from above, because yes, it has a helipad on its roof. But that's just the beginning of what makes the Red Manta one of the most advanced marine firefighting vessels in all of Asia. Designed as a multi-role emergency response craft, the Red Manta pumps nearly 12,000 gallons per minute and can evacuate up to 300 people during full-scale port disasters, offshore explosions, or industrial chemical incidents. But its real strength? Mass casualty response. This is more than a fireboat, it's a floating rescue base built for chaos. Equipped with a decontamination zone, chemical-resistant hull, and rapid launch rafts, this catamaran handled a simulated chemical inferno off Singapore's Jurong Island with such speed and precision that officials described it as a floating hospital with firepower. Its dual-hull catamaran frame gives it unmatched stability, even during typhoons. And its upper deck has been tested with full military helicopter landing drills. Red Manta is the only firefighting vessel in Southeast Asia with radioactive decontamination showers, making it fully operable even after a nuclear shipyard incident. 5. Leschi, Seattle, USA. Built like a tank and named after a 19th century tribal chief, Leschi doesn't blink when flames threaten the city's waterfront. And with Seattle's industrial ports and fuel terminals, that threat is always real. This fireboat pumps a ferocious 22,000 gallons per minute. But it's not only the water that makes it legendary, it's the CBRNE defense system, capable of keeping the crew safe during chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, or explosive emergencies. That's right, this boat was built for doomsday scenarios. When an ethanol tank erupted near Harbor Island in 2016, Leschi was the first responder. While land crews struggled with blocked roads and thick black smoke, Leschi cut through the harbor, held its position, and delivered continuous water streams for 12 straight hours, containing what could have been a billion-dollar disaster. With a reinforced steel hull and satellite communications, it also serves as a mobile command center during multi-agency emergencies. Leschi's high-powered cannons can hit targets more than 400 feet away, and its crew is trained in marine hostage rescues. Because sometimes fire isn't the only threat. 4. Protector and Vigilance, Long Beach, USA. Two names, one purpose, and when both fireboats launch together, it looks like something straight out of a war movie. Meet Protector and Vigilance, the twin marine titans guarding Long Beach's critical shipping corridors. Each vessel delivers a staggering 41,000 gallons per minute, making them two of the most powerful fireboats in North America. But what really sets them apart is their Voith-Schneider propulsion system, a unique design that allows them to pivot 360 degrees in place, even during rough seas or high wind port conditions. These ships are sealed tight with pressurized crew compartments, which means they can operate during hazardous material spills, oil refinery fires, or even potential chemical weapon leaks. In one high-risk training drill involving simulated toxic gas, Vigilance held position within 30 meters of a chemical barge, while every other craft retreated. Locals call them the Shields because when danger hits the docks, these boats don't flinch, they form the front line. During a rescue simulation, both boats successfully pulled victims from two different vessels while simultaneously blasting live fire streams, a maneuver almost never seen outside of military ops. 3. Monjed 2, Kuwait. You can't fight oil fires with average equipment. That's why Kuwait built the Monjed 2, a monster specifically designed to tackle portside infernos fueled by crude, gas, and shipping chaos. Pumping close to 5,000 gallons per minute, Monjed 2 may not top the charts in volume, but what it lacks in pressure, it makes up in precision targeting and brutal reach. With telescoping water monitors that extend like robotic arms, it can strike flames 5 stories high, even in rolling seas. Deployed by the Kuwait Fire Force, this boat was put to the test during a petrochemical blaze in 2023. While other boats stayed docked due to rough conditions, Monjed 2 deployed solo, dousing the fire, containing a fuel leak, and evacuating 6 injured crew. Its hull is built for punishment, with crash-resistant reinforcements and high-visibility LED floodlights for night ops. And the bridge? It's more tactical than traditional, with drone feeds, real-time heat mapping, and satellite comms. Monjed 2's mast monitors are fully remote-controlled and can be operated even if the bridge is compromised, giving the crew a backup control station in emergencies. 2. 343, New York City, USA. This is more than a boat. It's a floating legacy forged from tragedy. Named after the 343 firefighters who died on 9/11, the 343 is the pride of the FDNY fleet. It pumps a staggering 50,000 gallons per minute, enough to supply multiple land units when hydrants fail, which it did during Hurricane Sandy. While subways flooded and lower Manhattan went dark, this boat kept pumping non-stop for over 48 hours, keeping entire neighborhoods from going up in flames. But the real marvel? Its onboard systems. The 343 is armed with foam tanks, infrared detection, and a climate-sealed bridge that stays functional in a biohazard event. It also features triple backup generators and a rapid deploy dive platform for search and rescue. Every inch of this ship tells a story, from the bronze plaque near the helm to the steel salvage from Ground Zero embedded in its frame. It's a vessel powered by honor. During a Manhattan waterfront fire drill, the 343 launched a stream of water that traveled over 500 feet, nearly the length of 2 football fields, shocking even seasoned firefighters. 1. Red Sailfish, Singapore. The most powerful firefighting boat on Earth doesn't look aggressive until it opens fire, and when it does, entire infernos vanish in under a minute. The Red Sailfish is Singapore's ultimate response vessel, built to control the uncontrollable. Equipped with 12 high-capacity water cannons, each one remote-controlled and capable of full 360-degree targeting. This behemoth delivers a staggering 63,400 gallons per minute, making it the most powerful fireboat on the planet. But raw power is just the beginning. The Sailfish uses military-grade technology, including a CBR defense system that protects its crew from chemical, biological, and radiological exposure. It also features dynamic positioning, which allows it to hold perfect alignment, even in cyclones or while suppressing fires on a drifting tanker. In 2022, during a simulated oil tanker fire, the Red Sailfish extinguished 80% of the flames in just 170 seconds. No other civilian fireboat came close. Officials now call it the Hammer, because when it arrives, the disaster ends. In one test, the force of a misdirected water cannon shattered the reinforced windows of a nearby ship. The Sailfish didn't even flinch. Now you know the beasts that battle fire at sea, but this is just the surface. Tap subscribe for more powerful machines, rare military vessels, and untold tech secrets. Drop a comment with your favorite and share this with someone who loves what others never notice. The next reveal is even crazier.